to our Pentecost worship this morning, including those watching via live stream and catch up later. We're still using the temporary sound system. No, they can't hear me still. Do I keep talking? Can you hear me? Do you want me to pick up the microphone? Is that better? Yeah, okay. We regret that we're unable to use the loop facility, but we are progressing towards replacing the sound mixer to our existing system. So you may find it helpful to sit in the body of the hall in the meantime. Today is Pam's last Sunday with us before her sabbatical, which begins on Tuesday. And remember Pam in her prayers as she takes on this sabbatical. And details of who to collect about what and when are included in this week's pastoral letter. We are very short of volunteers to serve tea and coffee after the meeting. Please contact the hall office if you are able to help, if only occasionally, so that we can continue to provide this fellowship opportunity. Our General-elect, General Lyndon Buckingham, has been appointed this week, and his wife, Commissioner Bronwyn Buckingham, will be the World President for Women's Ministries. So do remember them in your prayers as well. The funeral of Debbie's soul will take place at 12 noon on Wednesday the 31st at Worthing Crematorium. Please remember to continue to pray for Ralph, Andrew and the wider family. And the funeral of Alan Smith will take place at 1 p.m. on Monday the 12th of June, also at Worthing Crematorium. And please remember Lucinda, Michaela and the family in your prayers. Our worship on Sunday the 4th of June will be led by Majors Derek and Susan Jones, who are our interim divisional leaders, whilst Majors Mark and Linda are on sabbatical. Please note there is a running event along the seafront that morning, which may impact on parking. We have extra 12 places at Carpenter Box for that morning on a first come, first served basis. On Saturday the 17th of June, I shall be running a coffee morning between 10 and 12 to support Kat and Jonathan through their officer training. They will be leaving Deal in June and they are going to go into college early, so they will be going into college on the 13th of July. The farewell to the candidates is at Tunbridge Wells on the 2nd of July, and if anybody would like to go, there are places on the minibus, so please see Carolyn. So for the coffee morning, if you are baking cakes, which will be very appreciated, please remember to provide a list of all the ingredients, as this is now a requirement to ensure customers are informed about potential allergens. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Janet. As you probably realise, we're quite depleted this morning. A number of core folk are on holiday, with it being half term, and also several have gone to the big church festival, so they'll come back with their ears ringing, okay? So just remember that's your benefit to be here. As Janet said, sitting in the centre may help if you're struggling to hear while we're using the temporary system, but we have put the speakers up a bit higher in the hopes that pushes the sound out more to you. Even though we're fewer in number, the Holy Spirit is still the same. God's promise of the gift of the Holy Spirit is just the same. So let's watch a short video about that promise together. Jesus was leaving his disciples, he left them this promise of the coming of the Holy Spirit, the promise of the Spirit of Christ within us, a cause for joy and rejoicing. So I invite you to stand as we sing together song 389, Rejoice, Rejoice, Christ is in you, the hope of glory in our hearts. We're going to sing the 3 verses straight through because it's one